glory and the honor, Lord. We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. Oh, you are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. We give you glory. We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. We honor you. We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. You are wonderful.
All right. Again, I have my good friend and guest, Walker Fundi, who is here to interview with us over today's event on Pastor's Appreciation. And I appreciate you being here. And I thank you because I believe we are going to learn a lot together as we consider various things about the event today. Thank you. Possibly, Bwana Walker, could you begin by introducing yourself to us and letting us know who you are?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. As you heard, my name is Bundi, and I'm a resident of Soka. I'm a member and participant at the Kagi Church, and I'm glad to be here today.
Thank you so much. And what motivated you to attend this Pastor's Appreciation event, and what are you hoping to get out of it?
Yeah, so when I heard about this event, I thought about things that pastors do in our community, and I really felt that it's a good thing to come together and let the pastors know that we see them, we hear them, and when they come out to us when we call them, that we do appreciate them. And as human beings, when everybody is appreciated, they feel the courage and the strength to keep doing what they do. So that's why I felt the need to come to the Pastor's Appreciation event.
Kindly tell us a little bit about the impact you think pastors have on the community, and why do you think it is important to show them appreciation?
Yeah, so when you think of pastors in a community, they play a very critical role, because you find out that when people are celebrating, when people are mourning, who do they call? They go to their pastors for spiritual guidance, and basically just to have that advice, that centering. So it's very important to have this kind of people, whereby people feel comfortable going to them, so for guidance,
yes,
for spiritual guidance, or even for general life guidance.
Yeah.
So and everybody, especially when there's hardship, people call their pastors. So it's very important then for people to also know that, okay, how can we get back and appreciate these pastors? Because they're always there for us. I don't think there's a time you've called a pastor and they fail to show up. And even if they did not come, they sent someone. But the thing is, pastors are not like politicians. Because with politicians, they will come and just lie to you when it's time for elections.
Yeah.
And after that, you have to chase after them. But your pastor comes without you offering anything, and they're just there for you. So that's why it's important to appreciate them and celebrate them.
So what types of activities or activity or events again that you have enjoyed most in today's event and why?
Yeah, so all the sessions were quite captivating, but I was really touched by one of the speakers, especially when they spoke about giving, and they talked about how giving opens ways for you, and that the power of giving, that when you give, you receive back in equal measure or even in more.
Yeah.
So she gave specific examples that touch towards how we use our skills, our talent. That giving is not only about the money, but you can give things that you've been blessed with. So your talents you can give, and you can use that to. And once you give, you touch people by giving. So that was a powerful one.
Have you had any chance to meet any of the pastors today who attended the event? And if so, did you discuss anything with them? And what did you talk about, if you did?
Yeah, I talked to a few. I got to, say thank you for your service.
Yeah.
And I said this is I think the second time I've attended a similar event, and it's been a long time, especially because of the COVID.
Yeah.
And I felt that it's good to tell them, what, even next time we will be there for them.
You have mentioned that you have attended another event like this one. How does it compare? Or have you attended others that are close to this, and how do they compare? Either positively or negatively? Yeah.
It was close to it.
Yeah.
I feel that people still, because of the things that were happening, people are not able to keep, or to be able to be there, present a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I feel that over time, a lot of people, and I think people will go out to their pastors and tell them this, but I'm sure, even when there's no such an event, that people will come out and appreciate their pastors.
Yeah.
And the event overall was good.
Yes.
And I appreciate the organizers. They did a good job. I feel that, with a little more of letting people know, when the time the event is, and people will be able to plan and know, at this time, this always happens.
Yeah.
Because it's, because of taking that long break for the last 2 years, I think people need, to get back to the routines.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that physical, seeing someone physically and having them say, hey, you're good, you did good to me, and God bless you. I always feel like that also adds value, as you're saying.
Oh,
so
does.
I agree.
It does.
And I think, as I said, with time, and if it's something that is set at, people know that this is happening at this time, I'm sure people will start showing up.
In your opinion, how do you think this event will benefit the wider community, and what kind of positive outcomes do you hope to see as a result of such events?
I think the event will help. It's a good event for the community, and especially since it's different churches coming together. I think that makes people understand that we serve the same God, but then in our different neighborhoods, that if we have this event, it helps people to appreciate other pastors also, and they feel that they have support, that it's not only their pastor, that if their pastor is not there and they send someone else, probably to be one of those other pastors, and you feel like it's part of your community. So such events are good to enable the general community to know that these are the pastors within that community, and then they can understand that Because like when Miriam passed away,
Yeah.
The pastoral community came in,
Yes.
and people were wondering, oh, I thought this was only a Kagi affair. But then you see all these other people coming, and you feel that, yes, even though you meet a few people on Sundays, but you have a big community. It's just that, maybe distance or stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you get to appreciate those others, and I think it brings the community closer.
Okay.
And I appreciate that they said it was the cake of unity.
Yeah.
Because then that helps to bring in, people together to know that, I can also call on this other person in
Yes.
case of anything.
That was a good example that you gave about Miriam's case, where we did feel really supported by pastors, and when pastors come in, the whole community rallies behind. And I thank you for that. Have you found the atmosphere and the sense of community at the event helpful, or what do you think of the atmosphere that the whole event created and the sense of community, and how does it or has it impacted your own experience?
Because when I came in, actually I expected to see mostly people from just our congregation.
Okay.
But when I started seeing other people, I feel like I'm getting to see other people and know other people. So that creates, more network in the community, that you get to know other people in your community. And that brings a sense of growth to you as an individual. To me, actually, as an individual.
Okay.
That's my feeling. So I think it's a good event. And going forward, as it gets rolled back and set up again, I'm sure more people will come, and there will be more networking, and there will be more growth.
All right. So, what advice would you give to someone who is considering attending a pastor's appreciation event in the future?
Please be there in person. Come in person. It's not appreciating your pastor is not only about bringing something to give, because you might say, I don't have anything to give, so I'm not going. But your presence, coming there, and it's the same reason we celebrate our birthdays.
Yes.
Like, you want people to come there and say, hey, happy birthday.
Yes.
And that way you feel like you're encouraged to to face the next year. The same way, if you go out there, appreciate your pastors, the same way you're encouraging them, because it's not easy. If two of your friends share their issues with you, the third one comes, you'll be like, no, I've had enough. But these people, they bear a lot, because it's not only you. Everybody has their own issues, and they go to their pastors. So you coming and saying, when you stood with me, I felt encouraged. The same way when you come in and stand with them, they feel encouraged. And they continue doing the good and wonderful things that they do for our community, which we appreciate.
So, have you learned anything new about the role of pastors in the community, or about the work they do as a result of attending this event?
Well, even if it's not something new, it's some things that you forget. And once you forget something and learn about it, it's like it's renewed in you. So coming to such events and hearing people talk about what things pastors did to them, you get to understand. Maybe for you, you've not had a situation where you needed to call a pastor. But when you hear people talk about it, you understand why the pastors are there. And you get to appreciate that. Sometimes I see you stand there in front of church and preach, and I just look at you and I say, when I look at all these people in here, I say, you really need, you're favored by God. You really need that strength. Because sometimes, people say, people are asking me to send them money, And now it's just 2 person need to send them money. But then it's a task that requires a lot of endurance.
Yeah.
And coming out and supporting you as pastors, supporting our pastors wherever they are, it's very important. And you will always understand and learn new things of why you need to appreciate your pastors. So yes, I learned new things and other things were renewed in me of the reasons why.
That's a good way of of tying it with it's not necessarily new, but renewal and a reminder to some extent. How has attending this Pastors Appreciation event impacted your relationship with your own faith or with your local community?
Well, attending this event makes me feel that I really need, to pay attention more, to listen, and when there's a call to action, if the person says, "Hey, we are visiting so and so," to understand the fundamentals of why he's saying we are visiting so and so.
Okay.
It's not because that's just what he does, but because like you coming in and being part of the community and supporting in certain ways, it's really helpful and impactful to the whole community and to even to your own self.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I do appreciate you coming. And before we wrap it up, do you have a final word that you may want to say in this regard?
Well, yeah, thank you. And I say that, I do appreciate you as my pastor.
Thank you.
And I do really appreciate the work that you do. And it's always an honor coming to serve. And, it feels good supporting the church and, empowering the members of our congregation as our church community.
Thank you.
So I appreciate you.
All right, I appreciate that too. And more so, I appreciate your willingness to come and sit with me at a very short notice. In an event like this with all the things that are going on, you finding the space and time and also allowing yourself to share some of the thoughts and the things that you think might be helpful to the community. And I thank you, and I'm looking forward to other times like this when we can share more and discuss more. So may the Lord bless you, and bye-bye for now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir. All right.